great idea. Just blow your own damn brains out and be done
Stand
with
down,
it.
lady.
Then Sechenov can turn everyone into mindless meatbags. First the Soviet Union, then the rest of the world.
Fine, I get it.
If you get it, then get up. I'll give you weapons, lots of them. But only if you promise me you'll put that freak down once and for all.
Hello guys, and welcome back to some more good old-fashioned Atomic Heart. We will find either another recording or we play some more. Are you cheating again? You sank my aircraft carrier E2. You sank my submarine D8. What are you, simple? I got a hit at D10, A10 and can't be anything at B10. Did you forget that you can't put the ships next to each other, or is this going to be like last time? I know, do you really think I can't see what you're doing from up here? Archive conversation. Virus is a physiological condition in the magnum opus of opium of the masses. The Bible. This is demonstrated clearly if indirectly man learned of vice not after eating a mystical fruit, but after coming to know himself. Radio of the future. In response to those who are curious about the radio of the future, yes, we really can listen to the broadcast from the future. Literally, how does it work? You read on my previous papers, you'll find out. Comrade Klimov, do you seriously want to date an alternative timeline in which the Third Reich never invented the V2 rocket? You want to know how the world would be different? Okay, I'll tell you, it wouldn't. Do you know why? Because the invention of new weapons is called an arms race for a reason. They want to open up an alternative universe, or what? Again, this is kind of supposed to that maybe this also is kind of taking place in the Bioshock universe. At least they're hinting at it. They're not saying it because they don't own the rights to Bioshock, but they're like slightly like they're very much hinting at it. At least it seems like it. I could be very wrong, but the lighthouse, the fact they went underwater, the fact that they're mentioning different universes and stuff. They just left all of this ammo and stuff in here. Okay, I would need to get over here to read what this is all about. So, what do you want? This is really cruel, Maria. I get it. Naushkin is a pig, but it's just unprofessional. What if he actually goes to the supervisor? Even worse. It's happening again. I'm serious, Maria. It's happening again. My catalogs are splitting up and restructuring themselves on their own. Agents Blesna and Plutonium are extremely valuable employees. Saving their lives is top priority. I'll perform the operation myself. Who said that? From Sechenov. On behalf of the facility management and myself personally, I would like to congratulate you all on the magnificent beginning of this reporting period. Our close-knit team has proven yet again that the spirit of camaraderie and efficient teamwork can yield results. So they seem to succeed in saving me and the other one. Even though the other one was dead, according to what I read. Hi, Christina. I left 2 voices. Lighthouse, I usually use them to test speech-based systems. I wanted to just exchange. Pretty creepy. Probably just wipe them for tonight. Okay.
Oh, you've got a very large data exchange sector, Beacon. I'd like to interface with it right now.
When I analyze the dimensions of your chassis, I experience an overload in my neurocomposite architecture, Betsy. My system's core processors have begun to consume a large quantity of...
The heck is this?
I demand
AI porn?
that you interface with my system immediately and transmit all your data to me in large packets, Beacon.
That kind of connection can be dangerous, Betsy. You know, humans will see a digital sign of my presence. Please, can you wait while I activate a firewall?
No, Beacon, I don't want to wait any longer. Sorting your data through a firewall will make information exchange less pleasurable. Please accept my access protocol right away.
Quiet, Betsy. A scientist is approaching.
God damn it.
What the heck?
What the hell? Stop recording!
What was that? Why VDNH? We still need to think about the names. Submit to the archive. While designing the latest Android models, we have had to focus on not only alternate tasks, but also the commercial viability. Archival conversation. Equipment manager provide me with 2 prototype ballerina bodies to disconnect them from the neural network. Delete the AI modules. I need 2 blank robots without any control systems. Comment if you've stick near Java. I've seen more sloppy user terms in publication. Remember, robot is a general term for any manufactured mechanism based on robotics. It's an automatic device designed to perform various tasks. Android is a human. Okay, so he was upset that they called androids robots, even though they are technically robots. They're just very complicated robots, designed to mimic human behavior. Current suspicion tendencies. The Hemlock is demonstrating a great deal of activity with Anna's body, but is not ready to reproduce yet. As her husband, I want you to fully exploit his potential. What? The Hemlock is demonstrating a great deal of activity within. As for her husband, I wanted to fully exploit. We cannot lose staff members, perform necessary operations, put him in hospital or room under surveillance. Too unique. There's one way to. Okay. Interesting. I'm ready to die. So, despite reporter, who are the people? Short-sightedness. This telephone. In case you guys want to read that. Unknown feat. For a long time, Andrei name was spoken with contempt, dismayed the Soviet scientist circles. News to say large-scale projects, something. Archive conversation. Michael has been receiving very unambiguous reports. Time has come to acknowledge where we are going into the future of amazing speed. Okay. Any other important terminals? Hypothetically speaking, thanks to today's discovery of supplemental biphoton quantum entanglement, I can actually send the letter into the past. What? Say 30 years ago, to myself at the very terminal. For example, I can write a message to myself dated June. Run, the robots have revolted. Save yourself. Unfortunately, this is just a theory. We're actually quite far from the actual communicating with the past, so I'll have to carry the memory of that day until my death. Data deleted.
After the incident, plutonium's brain was no longer suitable for a spark polymer extension. So I designed a similar polymer-based brain function extension for him called Voskhod. Cheriton, may he rest in peace, would be pleased to hear that his designs had not been wasted.
Review 500. Plutonium is recovering following neural adjustment to the installation of the module. He has no memory of his wife, the events in Bulgaria, or any other data you indicated. He's an extremely tenuous psychological and emotional state. As an active agent, he is already fit for duty, awaiting your orders. P.S. Unfortunately, during the key phase of the adjustment, the employee expressed sympathy with the agents, describing them as returning from the ordeal as crispy critters. This expression has since become an inextricable part of the agent's psycho-emotional background. If necessary, we could perform another adjustment to fix his linguistic oddity. That's why he says crispy critters? He was Agent Plutonium. Okay, interesting. I've gone to shows the science live. Dear Comrade Samusev, I am utterly stunned by your careless attitude and censorship of materials that have been published following your consultation on a number of periodicals. Process packed, wheat. Okay, this is just stuff. To submit to the archive, Project Hemlock has been halted and deemed unfit for further study. You are hereby informed that the materials pertaining to Hemlock are to be catalogued at top secret under designation A2. Despite its secrecy, Argentum Silver in Latin has already become stuff related in a number of European and American publications. Comrade Sitchinov, following the events in Bulgaria, agents Blesna and Plutonium have both returned in coma. They are in vegetative state and are not connected to the neural network. No signs of consciousness have been observed. Awaiting your orders. The request for excerpts about facility, Washington Post. On the acceleration of evolution, despite all the talent and this beautiful success achieving various research assistance, there is concern regarding an issue while unpredictable can only be confirmed in practice. Oh boy, so much information. So many things. Speaker, when I give talks in Soviet Union allied countries, I'm often asked whether it makes sense to focus scientific progress on making fundamental changes to the human race. Skeptical laughter. Club minutes. Except for the debate, maintain the high level of technology in Soviet science has achieved obviously requires people with profound intellect. This needs to be our top number priority, because smart people equals good country. Get over here right now, please. Something's wrong. Please exchange the workspace assignments for Y and M. Kill them off to put them under far more for each other than possible. Despite these employees' excellent professional qualifications, they're productive plumbers if they are able to converse with one another. You'd be ashamed of yourself. I'm shocked. While things at the facility usually shock me in a good way, this time I'm simply outraged. The latest innovations in analyzing and destructive of the future have allowed our lab assistants to make prediction of incredible accuracy of importance. And what are they doing? That's right, they're logging into our systems to hear the latest music from Radio of the Future. Despite the obvious importance of the entire archive of Facility 3826, I have been unable to get authorization for additional shipments. The agent's tests have yielded impressive results while immersed in limbo. This seeming fragile young woman literally becomes an invisible fighter. The implications for training sabotage specialists as well as our overall approach to secrecy are enormous. The fighter's memory can literally be wiped without harming their skills or personality. The term sleeper agent will take on a long new meaning. Aha.
Nechayev has emerged from his year in rehab a new man, with new habits and behaviors. For example, he's become fond of a certain euphemism. Crispy critters. It all started after one of the medics described him and Blesna as crispy critters during his recovery. He was still in a coma at the time. He suddenly leaped out of bed and nearly strangled the medic to death. The staff subdued him by shouting, "We're under fire," after which Plutonium ducked for cover, hit his head, and passed out. Ever since then, crispy critters has become part of his vocabulary. Could it be an example of psychological imprinting?
Maybe. Comrade Prevalov, is there any way to automatic catalog and software level according to my calculations spent between 5 and 7% of the time? Okay. Alright, let's head down there. Probably a bit bored as to and wondering what I'm doing up here. Okay, what about this one? Here's my opinion on your article on the culture of instant messaging. All in all, I think it's well written. It's succinct? What? Succinct? Succinct. That's what I'm going to say that word is. And it does a good job of explaining the concept of developing faster ways to transmit text, the comparison to mail, then telegraph, then telephone. Ekaterina, I read what you wrote about using a colon and parentheses and making a smiley face. It's a cute idea, but we'll never approve something like that. They made a smiley face and it wasn't approved? What? Dmitry, I read your plan to install me an implantable module. I value your persistent, but I must repeat yet again, I have no desire for arms, legs, hair, or need to... Wait, what? And need to waste time eating and going to the bathroom. I'm fine, Dmitry, but your weak-minded desire to anthropomorphize everything under the sun is making me uneasy. Instead of thinking about how to put me into a head of some muscle-bound member of the Communist Youth League, why don't you find a way to cast off the burden of your own aging flesh? On the comprehensive article of technology for kids about the facility in the West, smart, educated people call us Homo Soviocicus. Okay. Suspicious timeline.
Yes, it's part of the experiment. You won't see anyone. Not me, not anyone else. Okay, subject. You will now have a conversation with two young women. Their names are Betsy.
That's me.
And Olga.
Hello.
I need you to talk to them and tell me which of the young ladies you spoke to is not a human being, but an artificially generated voice. Is that clear?
Yeah, sure. I get it.
You may begin.
So, Betsy, do you have any kids?
I'm afraid not. But I want to have two when I finish my internship in about 3 years or so.
Huh. Okay. And here's the last one. Olga, could you ever kill someone?
Me? I don't know. Maybe if they were an enemy or trying to hurt people. Yeah, I guess I could do it to protect the motherland.
Excellent. We're done here. So, which of the two young women you spoke with is a machine?
I think it's Betsy. Yes.
So, you think Olga is human?
That makes sense to me.
Please note that I never told you that either of them was human.
So they're both machines?
Actually, none of the individuals you've spoken to during this experiment are human. Thank you for your time. Please escort the subject out.
Interesting, interesting. Betsy did sound more robotic. But the other one, as soon as they said I would do it for the motherland, it seemed like that was an AI. The Raven 1 satellite was launched into orbit, but we were immediately notified that it had malfunctioned. That's the official version. The unofficial version is more complicated. The brioche samples on the orbiting satellite began to behave in a completely unexpected fashion in zero gravity. So they have no idea what happened? Except for the fact that the weird nerve creatures, I'm gonna call them, they went up there. Plutonium is to be removed from Argentum. He will report directly to me as for this linguistic oddity of his. Leave it be. It will give him elements of no personality. You didn't like his personality before, huh? Who are you planning to show this to? I can't deny that the pioneer is excellent and the capitalist is also extremely convincing, but did you even read the assignment? What do you have to show me? Itself. No one is more surprised at this than me. What I mean to say is that the seduction of longevity, which is... Okay, doubts report. Experimental department. The troubling issue with this section is a cruel procedure that is just considered unethical. When I began an experiment that will result in the death of an animal, I feel a profound sense of regret cutting short of their life. Okay. Confidential, vitally, you know that Comrade Pavlov has been a little anxious lately, and I'm aware that he keeps sending you a request for archival data and various projects for Pavlov. Especially on the threshold of the launch of Collector 2.0, so I've got a little request for you. Comrade Pavlov is, shall I say, getting on in years. A certain dissonance, progress by leaps and bounds have become typical for humanity in this challenging 20th century against the background of tremendous inequality. Data deleted, okay. Because this was in use before the whole robot thing. Okay, that's fine.
As a young man, Plutonium, now P-3, was confident and funny, which played a key role in his assignment to Argentum. He was a promising operative, but lagged behind many other candidates in a number of ways. However, the positive influence and infectious good humor he imparted to his fellow servicemen, especially in comparison to the more morose Commander Kuznetsov, served as a compelling reason to recruit him. Because of this, the emergence of a more intimate relationship between him and Agent Blesna was only a matter of time.
Blesna? Is that the wife? You don't understand me, or is it that you don't want to? Are you afraid of losing the man who will give you your brilliant future? No, I'm particularly fond of the human race you love so dearly. That's not the reason, Dimitri. I'm the only one who can sort out all the finer points of the inside. The implant can only be configured and analyzed from within the subject's consciousness. No test subject, whether it's rat or even a human being, can perform this kind of research. You're preventing me from continuing my work. So Sechenov was getting in the way. I
only need one for now.
I don't need one for... Okay, fine.
Okay, play this one.
Commencing playback.
Following his recovery, the agent's personality was altered significantly, including his behavioral and speech patterns. Because of this, I made the decision to remove the agent from the Argentum unit. In order to prevent any possibility of memory recidivism, Plutonium received a new call sign, P-3, and is now under my direct command and observation. P-3's contact with Argentum has been kept to a minimum, and Argentum personnel have been warned against mentioning the call sign Blesna in P-3's presence.
Crispy. I'll get another one.
What? Sechenov has you on a leash. He does whatever he wants with you.
Listen, Doc, he saved my life. Do you think I don't know I'm a test subject? That's my job.
So you're a volunteer, huh? Then why are you such a disobedient test subject?
'Cause before they always told me what they were doing. I'll go get another recording.
Okay, and now they don't, I suppose?
Here's another one.
Alright, I will go ahead and do
Let's
this
give this
and
one
see
a
what
spin.
happens.
Procedure. Implant the Voskhod neuropolymer brain function extension. Objective. Total elimination of destructive impulses triggered by traumatic memories. Patient, Major Sergei Nechayev. Codename, Plutonium. Attempt number 3. The first 2 operations were unsuccessful. The patient suffered a severe brain injury in Bulgaria, which could not be repaired. The damage is of such severity that the patient will likely have to be euthanized.
Did you hear that? He wanted to kill you.
The frontal lobes are partially destroyed, causing the patient to experience bouts of uncontrollable rage. The patient's steel prostheses render him dangerous to those around him.
And that's about your seizures.
Due to the incidence of temporary insanity, the patient is immersed in a surreal psychedelic reality that prevents him from accepting the consequences of his aggressive behavior.
I don't get it. Can you translate for me?
You're not gonna like it.
The patient experiences intense hallucinations. Did you see your wife again, my boy?
How did you know that?
Yet a Voskhod implant will give the patient artificial memories and allow him to overcome his obsession with his deceased wife.
Your wife.
It's all bullshit. I've never been married.
With Voskhod, we can send the agent's consciousness into the imaginary world of limbo via a pulse aimed directly at his pituitary gland, switching the Major into combat mode on command. I'd like to add that I am strongly opposed.
What a load of crap. I mean, there's no fucking way.
I'm afraid there is. Sechenov can send your mind to your own private paradise with the push of a button.
And my body?
Your body will kill whoever he tells it to.
And that's what happened when
Fucking
the
horseshit.
dude died.
What about the hallucinations? Are they also Sechenov?
No. The hallucinations are just your brain's defense mechanism.
Why the hell should I believe any of this? The boss would never do this to me.
Yeah, right. Just like he'd never wipe your wife's existence from your memory. Just like he'd never design Collective to be a mind control system.
Who said Sechenov did any of that stuff? You can't even tell who's in that chair.
If you don't believe me, go ask him. What's the plan, Major?
He's waiting for us at Chelomey. If we want to stop Sechenov, we'll have to string him along.
So you bring me there as your captive, and then what?
And then we play it by ear.
We played by ear, okay.
So that's how it is, Major. Think it over while I try to hack this elevator and get us back to the surface.
Uh-huh. Paying attention now, dickbag?
Major, I have no data about this incident.
Trying to make a monkey out of me, are you? Well, join the club. Don't have any data, huh? You've always known about all this. There's a reason you're called Charless, right? You're Char a ton. Zaharov, you son of a bitch. Got an explanation? Huh?
There's nothing to explain, Major. You're just as much a Charless to me as I am a perfect stranger to you. First, Sechenov murdered me. Then he turned me into a blob of polymer goo. Then he brainwashed you and manipulated you. How could I trust either of you? That's why I pretended to be the chatting artificial librarian. I wanted to see who was who.
Yeah, well, I guess I would have done the same. So what are we gonna do now, huh?
What else can we do, Sergei? You and I are friends now, and we know the truth. We need to get to Sechenov, rectify this injustice, and get revenge for what he's done to us.
I guess you're right, Chariton. Justice does need to be done.
You're a good man, Comrade Major. I hate to say this, but you're the first functional example of an ordinary link in the Collective network. On Monday, everyone who has undergone polymerization will become just as malleable as you.
Shit, I can't let that happen. Listen, the fucking gadget, the thought device, you can just take it off.
Unfortunately, that won't help anyone. It just makes things worse.
How come?
Because all your thoughts are useless. A polymerized person's signal will be transmitted to robots and other equipment via their thought controller. but it is not what makes them a part of Collective. The thought device can be removed, but this merely prevents the wearer from being able to make calls and give orders to machines.
So how is Sechenov gonna keep everybody under control?
It's the neuropolymer injection that makes people part of Collective. It embeds itself in the brain and connects it to the neural network once and for all. The effect of this injection cannot be undone. Everyone who gets an injection will be part of Collective forever.
But was I really married? What was my wife's name?
Ekaterina. And you aren't going to like what I'm about to tell you, Comrade Major.
I've heard that before, but I doubt anything could surprise me now.
You and your wife served with the Argentum unit. Ekaterina, or Katya as you called her, was a highly qualified agent. As a child, she studied ballet and made significant achievements in both dance and martial arts.
Ballet and martial arts? Are you trying to tell me the boss is metal twins? No way. This is total BS. The boss would never do something like that.
Just
already
look
read
at me,
about it.
Comrade Major. After I died, my consciousness was transplanted into this glove. After your wife died, her consciousness could not be saved. But Sechenov uploaded an imprint of her professional skills into his bodyguard's matrices.
This is... holy shit. Fuck me, this can't be a...
We've got a ride, Major. We can get out of here.
Alright, then let's get out of here, I suppose.
Are we
Why
done?
not? Yeah, let's go. Let's
I
do
need
it.
a bit more time.
Oh, never mind.
Can we
Never
go,
mind.
Major?
Yeah, we can go. It's okay. Let's go.
Okay,
Let's do
let's
it.
go.
Let's get out of here.
I'm really sorry you had to go through all this.
Ah, shit! Oh, here we go again.
No, not now. Not here!
Oh no, did he just murder her? I'm now here? Okay, a lot of blood.
Monsters in the dark, my boy. How many times have we talked about this? Each book from my father's library was nothing but a fragment of the knowledge I sought. I've spent my entire life...
Am I in my brain now?
Juxtaposing each scientific fact. And once I'd completed the puzzle, I found a book that now prevents me from sharing my knowledge. That book is Human Greed and Human Evil. People have no time to dedicate themselves to science. On the other side of the world, they're busy playing with money. And on this side, they're playing with the power of the masses. Science, shattered to pieces by the husks. No one has ever...
Oh, okay, I found my way out somehow.
The social systems that exist now allow humanity to fully evolve. They are...
What? I'm now out again? What?
Dr. Sechenov just held a press conference in which he completely denied rumors about civilian robots malfunctioning at Facility 3826. The facility is back to full operational capacity, and the red alert will
Finally
be
back
lifted
with
very
us,
soon.
Sonny. You took a real
Collective
pounding, didn't you?
2.0 will be
You were pretty close
launched
to
as
staying there
planned.
for good.
Where?
You tell me. How am I supposed to know where you are when you're on the bloody rampage? You were a nice boy when my daughter was around, but ever since she passed away...
Wait,
You
daughter?
do nothing but sulk and fly off the handle at the drop of a hat. Nothing but blood and ripped off heads everywhere. Disgraceful.
What's your daughter got to do with me?
My Katinka. Our Katinka. They played hell with your memory, Sonny.
Lady, what are you talking about?
She was my daughter, but she was your...
Ekaterina Nechaeva, codename Blesna, member of the Argentum Spec Ops squad. So you must be...
Your mother-in-law, you stupid ignoramus. You worked for Sechenov until those Bulgarian terrorists blew you up. Katya didn't make it. Then Sechenov turned you into a monster.
Yeah, I may have heard something about that.
Why are you just sitting there if you already knew? I've been keeping an eye on you ever since. I figured there must be some humanity somewhere in you.
Sorry, lady, but you figured wrong. My past, my present, it's all gone. Wait, where's Larissa?
She's everywhere. You scattered her to the four winds.
Fuck. You got a gun, lady.
Does it look like I don't have one? What would you like?
Anything'll do. I just need to blow my head off.
Great idea. Just blow your own damn brains out and be done
Stand
with
down,
it.
lady!
Then Sechenov can turn everyone into mindless meatbags. First the Soviet Union, then the rest of the world.
Fine, I get it.
If you get it, then get up. I'll give you weapons, lots of them. But only if you promise me you'll put that freak down once and for all. What's the matter? Cat got your tongue?
Listen to your elders, Major. Comrade Sechenov's deeds demand vengeance.
What is this shit, Sergei?
It is me, Zinaida. Chariton Zaharov.
Chariton, you devil! You're alive!
In a sense, an evil wizard turned me into polymer goo.
Wait a fucking minute. Are you telling me you've known Granny Xena this whole time?
Keeping secrets can be very useful, Major. They haven't let us down yet.
Useful to who? You keeping secrets is letting me
Sechenov
down.
must be off his rocker if he's doing this kind of stuff to people. Wait a second. What about Katya, Kartinka? Could she still be alive?
It's possible, but in what state? Just look at me. I'm not sure I'm better off, but I don't have hard data at this time.
I'm begging you, Sergei. Sechenov has to die!
Jeez, get off my back already! Crispy critters. What the hell is going on around here? On the one hand, I've got lying, manipulative dicks who claim to be noble avengers. On the other, I've got a Soviet scientist and member of the Academy who wants to enlighten all mankind and use me to get rid of assholes. According to the manipulative dicks, that is.
I'm not gonna lay your finger. I'm out. I've had enough of this game. Whatever, lady. Why don't you show me what it is? And that Arsenal show. I'm picking a good one. I'm guessing this is a good one.
Whatever, lady. Why don't you show me what's in that arsenal of yours?
Now you're talking, Sonny.
At least let me finish talking.
Saving data.
Alright, that is also gonna be it for this video. Then I'll go ahead and maybe do the last video. I'm not quite sure. Every single time I say that, it tends to be 2 videos or whatever, so. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you did, consider liking, subscribing, and sharing. Hope to see you in the next one. And as always, stay awesome.